Hi, my name is Long Duan from eCyberForce. Today I'm going to show you how to configure the MacroProbe for IT network analytics. So let's log into the MacroProbe. So the first thing we want to do is configure the policy management to what we want to do. Tell the MacroProbe what we want to do. And the first thing is that we look at a network and we want to do network analytics. So in the first box we check off is we want the MacroProbe to perform network analytics on link metrics such as link utilization, interface discard, buffer discard, and then undersize it. And then the next thing we want to do is that tell the MacroProbe that we want to do analytic on application utilization. And the next one we want to do is we want the MacroProbe to do analytic on the server utilization. So that's for the network analytic that we want to tell the MacroProbe to perform analytics on. Next, we want to tell the MacroProbe what are the threshold that we want the analytic to be run on in configuring the end transition alarm for each of the metric that we tell the MacroProbe to perform analytic on. For example, link utilization, the threshold is 0.01, and the end bit transition is 3 for the 5-minute alarm. This is the foreground alarm trigger scheduled to run every 5 minutes, and 3 means 3 bits, meaning that for the first minute the link utilization alarm will cross its threshold, and it will keep on sustaining at above the threshold in the second minute, and then it will also keep on sustaining above the threshold in the third minute. Then it will trigger the alarm on link utilization. This is very useful because it filters out a lot of noise and a lot of false negative and false positive to give you a very credible alarm to work with in your IT daily operation. We also have the link min availability threshold, where we detect on the link there is an out of service link, a link unavailable. We also have a metric on the interface drop to do analytic on. We also have the outer link utilization iteration, where this is the background alarm generation scheduled every hour, and this one right here is more extensive in the confidence level that you can achieve with a 10-bit transition alarm on a larger set of data, run more in the background every hour. And this one right here is more high certainty probability than the 5-minute foreground alarm. The maximum number of bits on the 5-minute alarm is 5-bit transition, and usually on practical purpose, the hourly link utilization iteration, the hourly alarm is about 10 bits. So we have also the buffer drop metric. We also have the undersize metric to configure. the application utilization metric to configure, and the server host utilization threshold and iteration to configure for the network analytic. Once you do this, once you're done with the configuration of the network analytic, now the next thing you want to do is that you want to monitor it, and you use the dashboard. You use the dashboard to looking at that at a high level across the entire enterprise. So let's say, for example, in this one, the link 10.20.100.71 has link alarm timestamp, which is at the latest timestamp at today at 11:35 a.m. Now this link right here have a certainty level of 99.9% certain that there is a link error problem on this link. So we look into the details of this link alarm, and we see that it has a lot of underside exceeding one count for every 3 consecutive occurrences. 87.5 certain that the link has high exceeding count for at least 3 consecutive occurrences. Now, the link error certainty is the highest certainty probability level that is detected as seen so far. So it doesn't necessarily mean that it's the most recent one, but it has shown that there is an alarm that's seen that probability at the highest level so far. So at the link bandwidth, we also have the alarm right here. So we also have the certainty level, 99.9% certain that this link has bandwidth problem. And at the application bandwidth alarm timestamp, we also have the same timestamp where the app bandwidth certainty is 99.9% certain that this link has an application bandwidth problem. And we can look into more detail on the alarm bandwidth alarm, and we see that most of the application here present a problem in bandwidth. It's boot TP server and DNS. So for the last hour. So for example, 87.5% certain that this boot TP server application has a high utilization exceeding 0.05% for at least 3 consecutive occurrences. And then give you a snapshot of all the metric in the network when the alarm occurs. So when we look at the host bandwidth, we also have the timestamp of the latest alarm detected on this link, and it is at a 99.9% certain that this link have a host problem. So we look into the server alarm details, and we see that we have a lot of hosts that are having, application hosts that are having bandwidth alarm problem. And for example, this one right here on unknown traffic, that 87.5% certain that this 192.168.176.170 server has high utilization exceeding 0% of at least 3 consecutive occurrences, or web server having high utilization. This is 0.01, but it's round up. So that's for the dashboard and drill down to the detail of the alarm. You can also go into the alarm monitor on the Link alarm to look at it at a different time mode rather than just the last hour. So let's say you want to look at for the last 24 hours. So you get all the alarm for the last 24 hours on the Link. As well as the application for the last 24 hours for the application, as well as the host, the server. So that's pretty much conclude the IT network analytic portion of the MacroProbe. Thank you.